Definitely an emotional day for law enforcement, and understandably so. And joining us now is County Commissioner Carlos Leon. He's a longtime former El Paso police officer who finished his career as chief of the department. Thank you for joining us, Commissioner Leon.
My pleasure.
First and foremost, how are you feeling as a former police chief? What are your thoughts?
When you see these kind of situations, it is very saddening, and it almost makes you think that it's us against them, but it's really us against us. If you look at some sporting games and you see your own team fighting among themselves, and this is what we have, it's a very serious issue, and my heart goes out to the families, the 5 families of those officers that were involved in this today, that were killed. And it's just not an officer that you see, it's an entire family and all officers that are in blue across the country and also across the world. We're getting a lot of reports of people calling and giving their condolences. Now,
Commissioner Leon, we've seen it, we've heard it all day today. A lot of people are hurting, a lot of police officers are hurting. What do you tell police officers after something like this happens?
I think you tell them, continue to do your job. It's not a safe job. They knew that when they put their badge on. And be as vigilant as you can. This community we've enjoyed a very close relationship with law enforcement. It's a very tight community, and it's a very safe community because of that fact. And I think we have to be just a little more vigilant, and if you see something, call in. And it's very important that I heard the sheriff speak earlier that we do not mention that shooter's name, because this is one of the reasons they want that fame, they want that attention. So I think it's important that we focus on the victims, not the shooter.
Now, what can we do to prevent these type of situations? You mentioned community policing.
Community policing is very important because it does exactly that. It involves the community because the police is the community and the community are the police. So it's one big team, and like I said earlier, El Paso has enjoyed a very good relationship with its law enforcement, and I think it needs to continue, and it will continue.
Now, what do you think we can do here in El Paso? We have certainly not seen this type of situations of this magnitude here, and we're very fortunate, like you mentioned. But what can we do as a public, as law enforcement, to find a middle ground?
I think it's very important that the public, if you see something that's suspicious to you, call 911. Let somebody know so they can vet it out and see where it's at. And it's very important to continue with our community policing efforts because it's so much easier to prevent something than to react to something.
Now, how have things changed since you've been since you were a police chief?
I was talking to somebody a little while ago, and for every incident that you see that somebody had a cam on an incident that went bad, I mean, there's hundreds of thousands of incidents that went very well. And it's changed considerably because of the social media that we have now. And I remember many times stopping a vehicle in the evening, and as you approach that vehicle, you're almost at the point that you're helpless because you have no idea who's in that car and what their thoughts are. So I think it hasn't changed in all those years, and now the officers are faced with that, with even more firepower in the hands of the bad guys.
Do you think the attitude towards police officers has changed?
You know, I don't think so. There's been a lot of talk that because of some incidents that I consider almost isolated, there has, but I think especially in El Paso, in this region, the respect and the cooperation between the community and officers is the same, if not even better.
That's good to hear. Commissioner Leon, thank you very much for joining us. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back right after this break.